of the worst megas in this entire event might actually be one of the best raids that you can do, and it all depends on the kind of Pokemon Go player that you are. It's time to talk about Mega Ascension. Mega Ascension will take place on Monday, August 31st at 10 a.m. local, all the way through Friday, September 4th at 11:59 p.m. You have that right. This is a week-long event, but just during the week, Monday through Friday, as the lead up to GoFest Mega Finale. So just like Road of Legends was the week-long event that led up to Global GoFest, this Mega Ascension event is the week-long event that leads up to Mega Finale. Now, what should you focus on during Mega Ascension? And the answer to that is going to be that it depends. I think almost every Pokemon Go player leads toward one of 4 different archetypes based on how you play the game. Some of us want to collect everything. Others are here to battle and they want the strongest Pokemon. Others are just here for the shinies, and others just want to level up as quickly as they can. So I am officially calling these our Tabatypes. Collector Casey wants to complete everything. Battler Bianca wants the strongest Pokemon. Shiny Shaun is here for the best looking shinies, and Level Up Larry wants to get the most XP and therefore progress their account as quickly as they can. Realistically, most of us are probably a combination of the 4, but the exact combination in which one you lean towards is probably going to matter a lot when thinking about different events. But before we get into the Tabatypes, it's important to note that the mega raids that are available during this event are not all available at the same time every day. That lineup is going to change daily. Monday is Victory Bell, Dragonite, and Malamar. Tuesday is Phalanx, Wednesday is Skarmory, Thursday is Starmie, and Friday is Raichu X and Raichu Y. Latias and Latios can appear throughout the entire event. The remote raid limit jumps to 30 per day, and we do have new special backgrounds that are linked specifically to the Mega Evolution. So if they do have a special background, when you Mega Evolve them, it's going to light up and look more colorful, and it's really pretty. And of course, as with most Pokemon Go events nowadays, there is a Go Pass as well as the option for a Go Pass Deluxe, which we will get into because some Tabatypes benefit from it more than others. So depending on how you play, one day of this event might matter way more to you than another one. And since I'm a Collector Casey, let's start there. Collector Casey has got to check them all. They want to fill every single dex that they have. This is certainly my Tabatype, but even Casey shouldn't just go out and catch every Mega indiscriminately. The first thing I'm going to be doing is figuring out which Mega Evolutions I already have and which ones I still need. Mega Ascension at its core is basically just one big second chance event, but you can't take advantage of that second chance if you don't know where you're currently standing. If you're still working towards your Platinum Mega Evolution Guru medal, keep in mind it does require you to Mega Evolve 46 different species of Pokemon. As a side note, just owning the Pokemon and having enough Mega Energy isn't enough. You do have to actually Mega Evolve them at least once for it to count towards that medal. I'd start by checking Mega Raichu X and Y, Starmie, Phalanx, Skarmory. Those are recently released and they're most likely to have had missed opportunities thus far. Victory Bell, Malamar, and Dragonite were all part of Go Tour Kalos. If you potentially missed that weekend due to some other obligation, this is a major second chance event for all 3. Keep in mind, Latias and Latios have certainly been around for a while with their Mega Evolution forms, so you're very likely to have already had the chance at those, but keep in mind those 2 are not going to be available during Mega Finale, so for if some reason you have not already gotten them, make sure you knock it out during this week. Honestly, there's so many megas here that I can't keep it all in my head. So I made a tracker that tracks your progress towards the Mega Evolution Guru medal by inputting exactly what you already have, and then you can check off which ones you still need so you know exactly when you can play and how to track down that platinum. I am going to link this tracker down below. It'll also be live in my link tree. So if you are a Collector Casey, you can see exactly your progress and what you have to work toward. Casey wants everything. Battler Bianca definitely does not. Bianca only cares about one question. Which of these raids are actually going to make my account stronger? In my opinion, the 2 biggest Mega raids that actually change your account strength would be Mega Raichu Y and Mega Latios. Raichu Y is one of the strongest Electric-type attackers available, and Mega Latios is a great option for a Dragon-type or Psychic-type attacker. Victory Bell is really interesting. I would say it's certainly a spicier pick, but especially for a Poison-type attacker, it is pretty good, pretty interesting overall, I would say. Dragonite is obviously really strong too. However, its value is going to depend a lot on what you have already gotten in your decks and what you have already invested resources into. So if you do already have a strong Dragon type attacker, like I'm thinking a Mega Rayquaza, for example, a Mega Garchomp, it may not be worth the extra resources. And then there's Mega Malamar. If you're a battler Bianca, you're probably going to want to skip this one. There are just much better places to spend your raid passes. But this is where Tabatype starts getting interesting, because a Pokemon that Bianca will likely pretty much flat out ignore during this event might be something that someone else, a different Tabatype, is really grinding hard for. But first, we need to talk about shinies. Bianca cares about power, but Shiny Shaun is looking for those best looking shinies. So which one should Shaun be chasing? If you're a shiny Shaun out there, your opinion on the shiny is what's going to matter most. This is an element of taste rather than objective fact for sure. But leaning into my own shiny Shaun side and what I think are the best, I do have 3 tiers. We have our top tier, our middle tier, and our bottom tier shinies. Our top tier, Dragonite, I think most everyone would agree this is a beautiful shiny. I love the white clouds, and Mega Skarmory I think is really well done. It really pops compared to the original Mega. For mid tier, I would say Starmie, Victory Bell, and Raichu X and Y. Starmie I know we've just talked about, so I'm not going to go into it there. For Victory Bell, I really like the autumnal feel to it, especially getting into autumn here in North America. For Raichu X and Y, I would rank it higher. I like how subtle the inversion is, but unfortunately it is just so subtle with the Mega that I can't go more than mid-tier here. Lastly, my bottom tier, I am going to rank Phalanx. I just think the color scheme, to be honest, is horrible. No shade if you like it, but ugh. And then of course, Mega Malamar, which I actually do really like Mega Malamar, but the shiny I don't feel like is different enough from the original to justify. And Latios, I really just don't like how both shinies don't have different colors. I think the normal shiny Latios and Latias looks different than the Mega, so the fact that both Latios and Latias have the same shiny coloration is kind of disappointing. If you are genuinely a shiny Shaun, let's talk about the Go Pass Deluxe, because this is the biggest recommendation that I have for you. Early on in the Go Pass Deluxe, it gives you a chance for your raid encounters to be shiny. You also have an upgraded chance of that partner Pokemon from Kalos that you select to be shiny. Later on at rank 70, it does unlock wild spawns for the Mega Finale event, having a greater shiny boost as well. If shinies are the main reason you play, this Go Pass Deluxe was built for you, so highly recommend making the spend and getting those shinies. Finally, we have Level Up Larry, who might be looking at this event differently than anybody else. Level Up Larry wants to get as much account progress out of the time that he's playing as he possibly can. If you're Level Up Larry, focus less on which specific megas that you're raiding and more on your XP per hour ratio. A normal Mega Raid gives 10,000 XP, whereas Latios and Latias both give 13,000 each. With a Lucky Egg, that's either 20,000 XP or 26,000 XP per raid. But keep in mind that bigger number is not automatically better, especially if that raid takes longer to complete. Remember when Bianca earlier in the video was completely skipping Mega Malamar? Level Up Larry might actually actively seek out Mega Malamar. Mega Malamar is double weak to bug, so Level Up Larry might be able to rip through those raids way faster than any other Mega Pokemon. And the more XP he's getting in that hour, the better off he's going to be. For the same reason, Mega Dragonite is also another one to watch if you're a Level Up Larry. It's double weak to ice, so once again, your ability to get through them even faster, get way more XP is definitely on the table. At the end of the day, Larry doesn't care how useful the Mega is afterward. All he cares about is how quickly he can get into the next raid and ultimately grind even more XP. Keep in mind, Latias and Latios are not a complete no-go. If you are playing where you have lots of folks in your lobby and you're able to get them going down just as quickly as some of the other Megas, absolutely go for it. That XP bonus for those might be worth it, but just keep in mind, you want to be thinking about XP per hour rather than XP per raid. And if you're using Lucky Eggs, try to be strategic. So set up a cluster of raids so that you know you can bang them out while you still have just one Lucky Egg going. Line up some remote raids, make sure that you are able to jump into Pokegenie as an example of an aggregator, or jump into your friends' lobbies. That way you can really get the most bang for your buck when it comes to XP. Keep in mind that remote raid limit does go up to 30 for the Mega Ascension event, so heavy grinders do have a much higher ceiling with remote raids than they normally can. The Deluxe Go Pass also will feature bonus XP per raid, which you would think might ordinarily be something that's pretty interesting to Level Up Larry. However, as of recording, we currently don't have the exact amounts on what that bonus will look like. So as the event gets closer, certainly make sure you're taking a look. It's probably going to be a value call on whether or not you feel the bonus is worth the spend if you are someone who's looking to level up as quickly as you can. Of course, the ordinary Go Pass, it goes without saying, as you're doing these raids and chasing after that XP, you're of course getting those extra bonuses, those extra encounters, that extra Stardust as well. Larry's entire strategy is efficiency. We're looking for fast raids, clustered Lucky Eggs that give so much bang for their buck, along with significant Go Pass progress and as little wasted time as possible. That's the point of Tabatypes. The exact same Mega Raid might be a must-do for Casey, a complete skip for Bianca, a shiny chase for Shaun, and an XP farm for Larry. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, most of us probably aren't just one. We probably have some percentages of each one of them, but the ones that you prioritize the most are going to shape your strategy. Before the event starts, favorites, figure out which Tabatype you are, let me know in the comments down below. And did I miss a Tabatype? Let me know if you think there's any more out there and what that would be. Keep in mind, you probably do not need to go hard for this event all 5 days, especially depending on what you prioritize most. So figure out which one those days are and go after the Pokemon that matter. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you feel that I have earned it, please like, comment, subscribe. Obviously, every little bit of engagement helps my small channel grow. If you are already subscribed, thank you so much for your support. I really, really appreciate it more than you know. And if you know someone who you feel would also enjoy my channel, please feel free to share this video with them in preparation for Mega Ascension. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.